Gentlemen, welcome back to the Tiege Hanley Starting a Business, Building a Brand vlog. This one, big number 123. 23. Do you know whose number professionally was 23? I'll give you a hint. And I'll explain that later. We didn't hire like the real Michael Jordan. We hired our marketing Michael Jordan. Relax. Okay. So first things first, last vlog I talked a little bit about YouTube, about how it's not spitting things out, and how a lot of people were going to offer incredibly constructive feedback on why my channel sucks. You guys did. Thank you. Not thank you. Whatever. Opinions are like buttholes, boys. That is a fact. It's true. And that's the other thing, guys, to remember. In life, no matter how amazing your intentions, no matter how good a job you try to do, there are going to be people that try to put you down and tell you why you suck. Whatever. Here's the deal. The name. The name I asked you. I said, what name should we call this exciting new series that I filmed the first episode? And the name that sort of jumped out at me after you guys gave feedback on the post I did, the community post on my Alpha M channel, was Quick Style Fix, insert name, Express Alpha M Makeover. What do you think? Pretty awesome, right? Hopefully it is awesome. Hopefully you guys dig it. That is going to be launching here soon, and I'm really excited about it. It's a great episode. I saw it today, and I think you guys are really going to dig it. It's some good stuff. But that's enough about Alpha M. Let's talk now about Tiege Hanley. A few updates, and then talk about our marketing Michael Jordan, who we hired. So, acne. We got the final results in. The final surveys went out. It's been enough time, and the percentage of people that said it was awesome and the percentage of people that said it sucks sort of stayed the same. It was like 97%, either it was as good or better than your current acne treatment, and like 3% said it sucks and we'll never use it ever. And it's really good. We're locked, we're loaded, and should be rolling out late spring, early summer. We're working on it. So that was really good news. Some other updates. Lots is happening. Like it's crazy how much is happening. Everybody's busy. Rob's super busy. Kelly's super busy. Josh, Catherine, like everybody is super busy right now. We're growing like crazy, and it's really interesting though, because since we hired Kathleen, we're starting to get all sorts of information that we didn't know before. Right? We didn't know certain things, and we were kind of like blissfully ignorant. Like, oh, this is the cost of a box, or level 1, level 2, or level 3. And Kathleen has come in and be like, no, this is the real cost of your box, all-in cost. And so it was sort of, it's been a learning experience. I mean, hiring Kathleen to really dive in and to get granular with all of the numbers, everything that we're doing, has been just amazing and very eye-opening. But the good news is that we're still doing great. We're still doing amazing. And if we showed our numbers to, other business people or potential, anybody, banks or investment, if we ever needed, I mean, their jaws would hit the floor. And Kelly, I was talking to him yesterday about some of our numbers, and I said, well, how would that look if somebody actually approached us and wanted to see our books? How does that correlate to other businesses? He goes, their chin would hit the floor and drool would roll out of their mouth. So it was a very amazing visual and something that I got a kick out of. But all in all, we're doing great, but we need to do better. And that is the reason why we are so excited to announce a new hire. We hired a gentleman who goes by the name Akin, who is the director of our digital marketing, our Michael Jordan of digital marketing. So that's where the whole Michael Jordan thing came in. I thought it was clever. Anyway, Akin, who is he? Well, he is somebody who has extensive digital marketing experience. He started with a company called, or not started, but one of his highlights was working for a company called Shoplocal. They were started in Chicago by a gentleman named Brian. And Brian happens to be one of Kelly's best friends. Brian is on the Tiege Hanley advisory board. Brian is somebody who we go out to dinner with when we go out or when we all meet. Brian is one of the key people that sort of has helped us, and has not helped us in the sense of like, hey, you need to do X, Y, and Z. He's sort of big picture. Brian has built and sold multiple companies. Shoplocal was one of them, and he built it up from nothing, and Akin worked for him in digital marketing. And so Kelly was telling Brian over a glass of wine, I would assume. Their families get together all the time, and he was talking about one of the issues that we had, and we've actually discussed this at our last meeting when we went out to dinner. We took Brian and this other guy Joe, who Brian and Joe are now in business together, starting this business that like my head almost exploded. It was so like outside of my knowledge level and comfort zone, and just it's big stuff, big exciting stuff for them. Well, they are like rock stars in their respective areas, and so when Kelly went to Brian and was like, hey, this is one of our issues, this is what we're doing, he said, hey, there's somebody I want you to talk to. And it was Akin. Akin worked for Brian until Brian sold the company, and then Akin sort of floated around and did some freelance stuff. A big company that Akin has worked for or with is Granger, if you guys are familiar. Anyway, what he is excellent at is SEO, paid traffic, and just sort of understanding Facebook marketing and advertising. He's a rock star. And so a few months, actually it was probably about a month ago, Kelly said, hey, got somebody, we got to talk to him. He might potentially be interested in coming to work for Tiege Hanley. And so it was really exciting. And so I had an interview with him. I called him and we talked for a while. Rob, same thing. And I said to Kelly, once I talked to Akin, I said, like, not like we should have him, like we need this dude. This is exactly who we have been looking for and who we feel will help take Tiege to that next level. But that being said, time will tell. We think Akin will be amazing. We think Akin brings the right skill set, the right experience to the table. But at the end of the day, it's going to be put up or shut up, Akin. You got to make it happen, baby. But we're all very, very excited. And you'll meet Akin next time we go out in April to Tiege Hanley. And it's really exciting. Apparently, I talked to Josh right before I filmed this, and he said Akin is awesome. He's in the meetings, and so like we talked about in another vlog, we have a lot of different agencies, like 4 or 5 agencies that we work with. We've got a retention specialist, we've got SEO, we've got Facebook, we've got brand, we've got these different agencies. And so they have weekly calls. I'm not involved in those calls because I'm busy, doing this, doing my other stuff, and running my other businesses. And plus, I trust them to handle everything. And so they're doing an incredible job. Well, they have weekly status updates and meetings. And Akin, this was, I think, the first week that Akin was on the call with Josh, Kelly, Tommy, like everybody, and Rob. And so Josh said that, Akin, like, he's the real deal. He was asking questions that we had no idea you should be asking. And so that's what's really cool. Bringing like that A player, that Michael Jordan to the team, like brings like not only a crazy amount of experience, he can actually do stuff. He can actually get in there, get his hands dirty, and figure stuff out along with everybody. And so it's really exciting. I'm thrilled that he's part of the team. It was just the right fit. And Akin was super excited to join our team. He sees what we've been doing. He did a lot of research prior to committing to us, and like he wanted to know. He's like, if I'm joining your team, I've got a goal for myself. I have somewhere where I want to go and where I want the company that I'm helping to get to. And so he needed to make sure, I mean, it's like a courting process, right? It's like a relationship at this level. He's a director level. And so that's higher than, just an entry level or a manager. I mean, it's a high level position. But like Josh and Tommy and Tom, they came in like at lower level. Like, let's see how they did. Well, lo and behold, we got Tiege Hanley has a well-moisturized rabbit's foot stuck up her butt in terms of hiring, because everybody that we have officially brought onto the team has just exceeded our expectations, and not only exceeded, they have excelled. And so I think part of it is Kelly and Rob do an incredible job screening, making sure that the person is right for our culture and our business. The fact that we're go-getters, right? If you're not willing to get your hands dirty and like get in there, we don't need people telling us like, oh, you should do that. No, we need people pulling levers and shooting 3 points. Back to my analogy, so you're not all like, clickbait, whatever, shut up. Incredible people at Tiege Hanley, and a testament to Rob and Kelly for really, doing their due diligence and finding people that'll fit, because we've interviewed a lot of people. Like we have we had a lot of interviews for that, not a lot. Honestly, we've had 3 or 4. It's a lot in my world. We've interviewed like 3 or 4 other candidates for the position that Akin has been hired for. Some people, all of them were like A-level, like they've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. They've been awesome. But for whatever reason, they haven't been the fit that we needed. And Akin, he checked all boxes, and he did his homework on us, and apparently he liked what he saw, and so real excited. But I will be back with an update on how he's doing. So far, apparently, according to Josh, he's doing amazing, but I need to see. The proof is in the pudding, Akin, so get to work now. The takeaway from the Akin hire is don't rush things. If it's not right, like there have been candidates that we've interviewed that on paper, it's like, yes, this is going to be the guy that's going to be our guy. And for whatever reason, they haven't ended up being that perfect fit. And so, it would have been very easy for us to hire any of these guys because they're all amazing. But at the end of the day, there was either, something just wasn't right or the skill set wasn't ideal. And so waiting, being patient, but then ultimately getting a referral from somebody who not only we trust is a rock star in their respective field. And when somebody of Brian's status and level and business acumen comes and says, you need to hire this guy, it's going to cost you a little more, but you need him, you listen. And he was right. And so it's really just, it's all sort of like, I talk about in other vlogs about sort of all of the universes being aligned for this business. Like nothing I've ever seen. And things that at first seem like chance or accident, there's a bigger, we're destined for something. I'm not sure what it is. Tiege Hanley is doing things right. And things are falling into place. Now, we're still going to screw a bunch of stuff up. Like, we screw stuff up every single day. But all in all, when you look at the collective coincidences, coincidences, everything from me connecting with Rob connecting with Kelly, to Josh, to Tom, to the space, like everything has just been, it's been amazing, and it's really cool. And so it's just been a fun ride, and having you along has definitely been the icing on the cake. And what really makes it exciting, like I truly believe that there is no other business out there like Tiege Hanley in terms of I know that the products are better than everything. I know that what we're offering is incredible, and the way that we have sort of engaged and the fact that you, the audience, has been a part of this from like day one, like right when we started, and the fact that we go, like there's like a lot of companies talk about like, oh, transparency, and like it doesn't get any more transparent, it doesn't get any more community driven than Tiege Hanley. And so it's just all pretty awesome. Freaking rock so hard it's ridiculous. Now what I'm going to attempt to do is sift through the comments from last vlog about me sucking and the name recommendations, which were awesome. You guys, thank you so much, because if it wasn't for you, I'd still be calling this series that I'm about to do something whack and not right. And who knows if this is right or not, but it's what we're going with. I'm going to get to some business questions, and hopefully I can find some. Ooh, here's this question. Hits a open wound still for me. It comes from Steve O.T. Sorry, he says, hey Aaron, awesome video as usual. I have a pretty serious business question that I'm hoping you can answer. I'm a 19-year-old freshman in college, and I was just recently approached about an opportunity in a multi-level marketing company. He says Amway to be specific. As you can imagine, the internet is telling me one thing about MLMs, multi-level marketing. Amway and the people I've met in Amway over the past 3 weeks are telling me something completely different. I want to try this, but I'm afraid let me read more. Waste my time and money. Any advice would be great, thanks. Oh man, I get it. I am the victim of a multi-level marketing, not scam, because the knives are great. Cutco. I used to sell Cutco, and I was in college, and I saw a sign. I did a video actually about I got scammed, and it's all about multi-level marketing. Can you? And here's the thing. I did a video. It got a lot of views. You know, people. It was astounding how many people have also been the victim of multi-level marketing situations that haven't worked out. But there are also people that do it and that claim and say that they make a lot of money and it's amazing and all that good stuff. Here's the deal. Amway has been around. That is one of the oldest. I know people that do it that are, I don't know how successful they are because it's all about like getting people under you and ordering and products and this and that. I would say, in my experience, I have had a very bad experience with multi-level marketing. Everybody that I know that has tried a multi-level marketing business is not doing it anymore and ultimately lost money. And it's not saying that the products are bad, but in terms of the way that they're structured, in terms of how you actually make money and how you need to recruit, and it is kind of, the odds are stacked against you, honestly, and statistics are pretty stacked against you as well. Can you? I'm sure. Do I have any experience? A little. But you ultimately have to decide. I would say look for something else. Definitely look for something else, but at the end of the day, if you decide that that's what you're going to do, then go for it. The problem with going for it is that you run the risk of alienating yourself from a lot of friends and family because, you know, in order to be successful, you've got to basically throw caution and dignity out the window, in my opinion, and you've got to call everybody you know. You've got to try and get them underneath you. If it doesn't work out for them and they actually are underneath you, then they're going to be mad at nobody other than you. And that's the thing, and that's one of the things and reasons why I don't want to do multi-level marketing, just because I don't want people to be mad at me. I see it. I see people. I've watched a documentary. It was about, I think, Herbalife on Netflix. And, you know, you hear about these horror stories from these people that got sold. They're like, yeah, this is going to be awesome. And all the people, all the money, all of the heartache and hardships that have come as a result of them doing it and their family, like, there are people that are really pissed at people who get them into it. And so I would say look for, I'd work at McDonald's or any, not that McDonald's isn't a good company. I would look for any hourly job before I would do multi-level marketing, in my opinion. But you're already ahead of the game. You watch this vlog, so you're going to be fine. As long as you don't get into multi-level marketing. I'm kidding, not kidding. Let's see. Tons of names. Business-related question. Have you ever considered moving Tiege to Atlanta? Why Chicago? And the answer is no. We've never thought about moving Tiege Hanley here to Atlanta. Chicago is expensive. It's an expensive place in terms of, you know, sales tax and all that good stuff. But Chicago is an amazing, amazing place. You know, Kelly's in Chicago. He's got everything locked down. Everything is in Chicago. And so moving it to an Atlanta location is not in the cards. The only thing in Atlanta is me. It used to be our lab was in Atlanta, but we've since moved our lab to a lab in Chicago. We just got it all set up. And so Chicago is awesome. And the space in which we operate is a really cool, like, old, I've talked about it on multiple videos before. It's an old like meat packing factory, or I forget exactly what the use was, but the government, it was all run down. The government went in and was like, hey, we're going to take some of these factories and convert them And so they fixed them up and they converted them into smaller, like almost like incubator spaces. And so you've got to apply. It's government subsidized, but our first space that we had was like 1,200 square feet in like Chicago. Like you walk outside, right down the road and to the right, you can see actually the Staples Center where Michael Jordan played. See the whole Chicago Jordan thing? You think I'm a genius now, don't you? I know I'm not. Saw you on Shark Tank. You were awesome. Yeah, it's funny because they're like no business questions. Everybody's telling me that my channel or I'm not getting views because I suck, my content sucks, and the other comments are about a name, which all those are awesome. I was on Shark Tank again. I'm on all the time. MSNBC bought the rights to Shark Tank, and so it's almost like once a month, once every like 2 weeks, they rerun my episode of Shark Tank, either the first one where I don't get a deal or the second one where I get a deal, and I always get like text messages. And so, yeah, I was recently on and I got a deal. Yay! I didn't take the deal. Wasn't right. Wasn't right. Love you, Barb. Love you. Seriously. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. I got to hop off this. I've got to hop on a last-minute call with bodybuilding.com. When you're watching this, all right, as you watch this, I am on a plane out to Boise, beautiful Boise, Idaho, to do my whole bodybuilding.com thing. And so I'm excited. I got the itinerary of everything we're doing and everything we're filming and what I need to wear and all this good stuff. And it became very apparent to me that this is bigger than I realized it was, which is awesome. But it also sort of like upped the ante a little bit. And so I'm really excited, gonna have a good time. I'm vlogging it, Christian's coming, he's gonna film the whole thing, and that'll be coming out early April. And then the program, the name of the program and everything that we're doing will come out, I think, late April, early May. And so it's really exciting, and I'll update you more later. But other than that, man, you rock so hard, it's ridiculous. And we love you more than our double monk strap shoes. Next week, I'm probably not going to be here. I'm just letting you know. Probably going to have somebody at headquarters, HQ, take over the reins because I'm coming back into town Wednesday night. With me missing like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days of work and productivity, I am not going to have much. I've got to get a lot of stuff done. And so next week, it's not going to be me, but that's okay. Make sure to tune in because you never know what those crazy cats are going to do up at headquarters. Guys, we love you more than our double monk strap shoes, and we'll see you. I won't see you, but you'll see them next week.